I am a Wes Anderson obsessive, I will say. Even the movies of his that I am not a huge fan of, I did not like French Dispatch, not a big fan of Darjeeling Limited. Isle of Dogs, I think, is okay. Look, even in what I would consider his not awesome movies, there is still so much to love from Wes Anderson. He's got a very distinct style. Visually, he's like Stanley Kubrick on cocaine. Thematically, he's like Hal Ashby, but even more nostalgia. And comedically, he's like the Marx Brothers. Like he's got such a distinct voice, even while taking so much from so many movies. And the more that you look up on his movies, every single frame is chock full of references to movies that he loves, but he still creates movies that are wholly his. It's impossible to make anything that is a Wes Anderson movie without feeling like a copycat. And he's done a very good job over the years, from the Bottle Rocket to the Steve Zissou days, to the Grand Budapest Hotel days, to the French Dispatch days. He very much evolves and changes up his style, and he really is one of the few, everyone uses the word auteur, he's one of the few true auteurs that we have today. The movies that he makes feels wholly his. Someone else is not able to pull that style off in a way that feels like they're doing anything other than copying him. And I would say, if you want to go for the best that Wes Anderson does, it would be the Royal Tenenbaums. First of all, the cast is stacked. Gwyneth Paltrow, Ben Stiller, Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson, Gene Hackman, Angelica Houston, Danny Glover, and so many more. They all do a fantastic job coming together. I would say probably the best ensemble casting that he's done. And then the story, I think, feels the most relatable of everything that he's done. You've got this family that used to be absolutely geniuses, but they're completely falling apart, and that's all encapsulated by the Royal Tenenbaum character played by Gene Hackman, who's trying to get his way back into this family that in so many ways he kind of broke apart, and you see everyone fighting the urge to get back together, but in a way you can tell that all of the comedy, all of the conflict comes from the fact that they all need each other, but at the same time hate each other. It's really fantastic the way that they keep this hate but charm going, and they do it in a way that never feels mean-spirited, but it feels very true at the same time. He does it, there's so many conflicting elements that are warring together in a way that feels very, very natural, and I think the style is probably what feels the most true to the story that Wes Anderson's done. It's very stylistic, but it doesn't get ahead of the story in the way that I think his movies like Darjeeling Limited, in the way that things like French Dispatch do, where the style is like 2 miles ahead while the story's way behind. Everything, the story is as innovative as the style is, and they're both doing a great job at being very innovative, very fresh. The deadpan writing here also works very, very well. It's incredibly funny, one of the most quotable movies of his, and then this got nominated for Best Original Screenplay. He's known for being good at so many things. I think this is the one where he's working at such a high level on everything that he's praised for, and that's why I would say that Royal Tenenbaums is the best movie that he's made. But give me your thoughts on what your favorite is, because there's a great case for Rushmore, there's a great case for Bottle Rocket, a great case for Grand Budapest Hotel in particular. I'd say that I think Royal Tenenbaums is the best fully formed movie. I think in terms of the most entertaining, it would be Grand Budapest Hotel. Give me your thoughts on Wes Anderson, what your thoughts are on his movies. Do you enjoy his movies? Do you think he's a little bit stale? Because I know a lot of people think that he's kind of a one-trick pony, does the same thing again and again and again. Is this even your favorite of his movies? Which one do you enjoy the most? Leave comments below, and also be sure to like, subscribe, and share 5 Minute Critic for future updates on reviews and movie news.